Hi, you all. I just wanted to do a short little video here talking about developing a theology of success in ministry. And I really want to encourage you, if you haven't done so, to develop a theology of ministry. Some of you have talked about developing a vision, for ministry. Um, but a, but a theology of ministry, I found for myself, it's an anchor. So when the storms, the winds, the adversities of life, come blowing in or piling on, it um, keeps me rooted. It keeps me on the solid rock. It's sort of the parable of build your house on the solid ground. Not in the sand. Especially I have found when it comes to success in ministry, in the church, we've really bought into this cultural idea of achievement, accomplishment, numbers, these outward trappings of success, and yeah, and I don't see a lot of that in the Gospels. Jesus, he talks a lot about small things, mustard seeds. The seed secretly growing in the night. The yeast slowly working its way through the dough. You know, the little boy giving Jesus. Some dried fish and crumbling loaves of bread, and then Jesus, multiplied those. And yes, you could say there's expansion, there's multiplication, there's increase there. Um, but yet, you know, s- I love the term faithfulness much more than I do success. And so in the church, I really hope that we can speak of faithfulness because that's the one thing that is in our control. Certainly, we can learn, greater, different skills or new skills. We can develop them. We can hone them. We can um, be better educated, and we go to seminars, and so we can learn how to be better managers of our local church. But what do we do when we give it our best year after year after year to say, maybe I've only pastored small churches, so does that mean I am not assessed? Does that mean I'm not as important as the pastor who pastored larger churches throughout their career? And I would say, you know, yeah, you are every bit as uh, faithful, as the larger church pastor. And in God's kingdom, we'll have different areas to serve. And I think of, my church that I pastored in Golden. That was my primary context. I was a senior pastor for 21 years in that one church, and I was a youth pastor for a couple others in Spokane. And the situation as a youth pastor was much different, than my church in Golden, Colorado. And there were times when just seasons where it just felt like nothing was happening, nothing was growing, and so that was really is what led to my depression. And so, in order to crawl out of my depression, I needed to develop a theology of ministry that would provide that anchor for me, so that I would have the assurance that I was doing what God was calling me to do, even though there weren't outward results. So, so the theology of the theology of success, an anchor, it's a GPS, it's a compass, it's a true north. So even when circumstances change, or maybe we are anxious, or we're depressed, or burned out, you can keep going back and to that bedrock conviction. Uh, God called me to be successful. He calls me to be faithful. God doesn't call me to be busy either. you know, he calls me to loving. And I can't remember if in this uh, lecture not that I shared with you, I talked about Saint Teresa of Avila. Where she, from the 16th century, Lord is not such the magnitude of everything we do is that the love with which we do it. So it's love, it's faithfulness. It's the fruit of the spirit: love, joy, patience, kindness, gentleness, faith, self control. It's everything in love. It's that law of love. Uh, truly to me, determines whether I'm going to be a success or not. And early on in my ministry, I just came to the point I realized, I have a mega church. Be successful in the world's eyes. If I didn't like kids, if I didn't love my wife, then I got to the end of my life. None of the other stuff in the church mattered. And that's so important that we affirm we are persons before pastors. Pastors. It's a thing. It's a calling. We're set apart to serve and others. Preach. We're you know, people of God, and that is so important. That I'm not just pastor, so, but I'm a human being that um, I enjoy laughing. I enjoy flowers and gardens, and reading, being outdoors, and things like that. Things that give me so much to um, to develop the success, to be the anchor for your compass for you get lost. So thank you for your story, and um, I this has been helpful for you. I'm grateful that we can share this together. It goes fast, hopefully, it encourages, affirms, to give permission, care for your uh, um, Jesus, Mr. 27. Jesus left. Jesus, he walked. So Jesus got enough rest. He exercised. Uh, he good, healthy, rich. Um, and Jesus had enough free time to waste by considering the field. He had time to consider the air. He created the lilies. He created the birds, yet he killed them. And there was something about them joy to his life. That to me, like, us all time to notice and enjoy his good creation. They're not uh, human words. If uh, um, it was your, but beings, and so the rest is important. They faith would do breathe faith into it, because it's very, um, it was giving out to others. Really, we need to make sure that we as much love we need to us, because if we don't equal life to us, yeah, and burn out, disarray. Um, so, yeah, God will do in your family, in your ministry, and I will see you back in class.